Hello, chaps and chapettes, and welcome to World of Warships, and welcome to Convoy Battles, a new mode in World of Warships. Now, Convoy mode is effectively a mode where you have a team of 7 on 7, and you... Oh, they finally fixed the bug where things actually show. Hooray! Sorry, I just noticed that. It's effectively a mode where you have 7 on 7, but you have a team of raiders and you have a team of defenders. Now, the raiders' job is to go on to that red squiggly line and attack the enemy transport ships. The defenders' job is to stop us from doing that. And one team has a big advantage over the other. And you wouldn't be so surprised to find out that it's the attackers team that has the advantage, because we have to destroy 4 Liberty ships, which is very, very easy indeed. The defenders team have to destroy all of us or protect the Liberty ships until they get to their destination. Now, I have some mixed feelings on this mode. First of all, I really enjoy it. So that's something. It's very fun. It's very one-sided, let's put it that way. A single destroyer can effectively solo this mode if it gets it right and gets all its torpedoes right. Slight foreshadowing. Not exactly, but slight foreshadowing. A previous game I had, basically, one destroyer had managed to sneak in when we were playing defenders, and it just wiped out all of the convoy ships, and we could do nothing about it. I think it was a Swedish destroyer as well, so it had, you know, million of torpedoes that just launched at the convoys, and the convoys don't have the huge amount of hit points that they need, and yeah, it just completely just annihilated the convoy ships, and that was it. Game, set, match. We couldn't do anything about it. And you could say, well, you should have defended hard, you should have been with the convoy ships, and it's like, well, we were, but unfortunately, you know, we couldn't block all of that torpedo spam. So, torpedo spam, very much problematic. But there is fun to be had as well. Aircraft carriers are vitally important in this because they need to spot the enemy teams. You need an aircraft carrier that's going to be spotting for you in this mode to actually have a good chance of winning. The more your CV spots, the easier this mode becomes. If you can take out the enemy destroyers, even better. Battleships are kind of a bit... they're not the best for this mode because they're slow firing and they sort of struggle. Some cruisers I think would be amazing in this mode. I think... fast firing light cruisers could actually be very, very beneficial in this mode. But again, it all comes down to if you can get lucky. And you know, it is that thing of just, yeah, it's just that thing of it's very hard to play as the defenders, let's just put it that way. So we're in the Hellkaiser 2, the high school fleet version, of course, because I am a weeb, as we may well know. And yes, and we are trying to sneak onto the line. Now, I feel like maybe putting the predetermined route of the convoy ships is a bad idea as well. You should have the destination of the ships, but you should not have their starting location nor their route that they're taking, because again, that kind of makes it somewhat easy. I mean, if they have submarines in this mode, which they will eventually, and by God, that's going to be horrific because the submarines will absolutely annihilate. That Benson, oh God, so close. I could have absolutely torpedoed that Benson if I had put my torpedoes just a little bit further to the right. It was so close. So it is that thing of you can really have some fun in this mode, but it is tricky. As a destroyer, this mode is all about sneaking. You want to be sneaking your way through as much as humanly possible. and the more you sneak, the better it's going to be. So right now, I am trying not to get spotted by the enemy CV. Oh good god, I'm glad I turned off my AA guns, because that would have been over for me. That Karga got so close, within 3 kilometers of me. I'm just like, oh good god, I'm going to die here. So, I've managed to sneak across the line now. Now, my whole team is basically grouped up into one big ball of death, and they're doing a good job of attacking the enemy. Meanwhile, I'm just sneaking through here. And my plan is to try and just sit by one of these islands and let the convoys come to me. So that Benson is going to be problematic if it doesn't die. I'm hoping it does die soon, because I don't want to be spotted. That's my main thing. I just want to sneak through here. And oh shit, there's an aircraft carrier. Oh, that's not good. That Karga could be a problem for us. Well, okay. Let's just launch some torpedoes at that. Now, this is actually a critical mistake, because I thought the Karga was going to go and sail blindly into those torpedoes and it would have been fine. I'm wishing, however, I'd saved those torpedoes. You will see why shortly. Because there is a Bismarck coming around, and the Bismarck has decided it's going to sail through this tiny little gap. Oh, that could have been such an easy kill on a Bismarck. And, well, the Bismarck does prove to be problematic. Also, the Liberty ships are getting closer to me. So, what do we do here? We're going to get spotted soon by aircraft or the Bismarck. Something's going to spot us soon, so we're in some trouble. So, it's time to use the famous Japanese guns on a destroyer. Let us get started. We pop our smoke screen. Now, the Liberty ships do have a smoke screen as well. And we're going to start firing our high explosive rounds at it, because we have the best guns possible. And we managed to sink one. But oh crap, here comes the Bismarck. Now, if I'd had my torpedoes, this would have been very useful, because I could have used my torpedoes on Das Bismarck. I pop my hydro, because I see those enemy torpedo planes coming in, and I see where those torpedoes are. And oh crap, let's get the hell out of here. Engines get damaged, and we just sneak it past that torpedo. Oh boy, that was close. Torpedoes, 18 seconds to reload, 17, 16, 15, we're getting close. Alright, we can't do anything right now. We are basically stuck in the water. We might as well just start firing at those Liberty ships, because that's our main goal right now. We want to just damage those Liberty ships as much as possible. We've got hydroed, we can't go unnoticed. Our torpedoes have reloaded. Now, we fire our first salvo of torpedoes, we fire our second salvo of torpedoes. There are 2 Liberty ships left. We are sitting in a good position. We're firing our guns at those Liberty ships. We are going to die very shortly, though. We don't have much health left. That Liberty ship's going into torpedoes. That's good. The other Liberty ship has changed direction. That's bad. We fire off our guns. We are going to die very shortly here. Oh, this is not good. But we managed to take out 2 Liberty ships, and we've managed to damage the 4th. And luckily, the Tirpitz is sat in the smoke screen and does not notice a torpedo coming to it. So we managed to sink that Tirpitz. So, all in all, we did pretty well there. Now our team has to sink one more Liberty ship. There's a Vladivostok and a Monarch just sitting there. And there is nothing the enemy team can do now. That Vladivostok just needs to fire at that Liberty ship. Would be great if it fired HE, because it would have actually done more damage. It wouldn't just overpenned, because you can't... I don't think there's citadels on these ones. But we've effectively won the battle. We managed to get the Raider waterboard, because we sunk more than 1 Liberty ship, so that's nice. And now we just need to sink this last one. And as you can see, the Vladivostok is going to pretty much do it. And if it doesn't, then the Monarch will. So, let's head to the post-battle screen results as soon as this Liberty ship goes boom. Okie dokie, so end of the battle. We ended up sinking 3 ships. That Tirpitz was a bit of a surprise. So that didn't go too badly. The flanking manoeuvre did work out. And I've got to say, the convoy mode is really fun. if you're playing as the attackers. If you're playing as the defenders, not so much. But as an attacker, it's great fun, especially as a destroyer. If you can sort of just sneak through and get into a spot where you can flank, as you saw. We basically did more damage with our guns, I think. Well, we probably did more damage with torpedoes, but yeah, we did more damage with torpedoes, but we did a fair amount of damage with our main batteries, which is something that you don't see very often with a Japanese destroyer. So I think we sunk 2 ships with our guns, so that's kind of fun. Or 1 ship with our gun and 2 ships with our torpedoes. We could have gone for that Bismarck, probably sunk it with our torps, but we had to take out the Liberty ships. That was our main goal, and that's our main effect. So that's the important thing, is taking out those Liberty ships. So we did our job, and that's it. And yeah, it was really good fun. I say that was just so much fun. All right. So as you can see, fairly decent reward, yada yada yada. The usual things. We didn't actually score that highly as some other members of the team did, but as I said, our job was not to do that. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this one. As I said, definitely brings something new to the game mode, and it really does add a little bit of it adds a little bit of well, it's an interesting new feature. It's an interesting new game mode, and it makes it very different to what you're used to in the past. So it does add a little bit more strategy. I feel like possibly the defending team needs maybe a couple more ships on it, just because every time I've played this, the attackers have always won. It's just very hard. Maybe the defending team needs just that little bit more help of maybe a couple of AI ships just that stick next to the transports, because the transports do get absolutely whomped every time. Like, it's just, you just need 1 ship to spot them, and then that's it, it is game over. But other than that, it is actually quite good fun. Alright, until next time, this is me, Carl Screezilla, wishing you all the very best, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.